It's becoming increasingly difficult for centrists, skeptics, and small controversial content creators to defend themselves. The point of this video is to provide a detailed and expansive list on how to support alternative media and the content creators you enjoy. Some of these are incredibly obvious, some of them not so much. The point of this list is to provide as expansive and detailed a list as I possibly can. That way, if you're ever wondering, like, hey, what can I do to help? It seems like all hope is lost or something like that. Here you go. Here's what you can do. And while I was working on this, I noticed that Sargon put out a video very similar to this on how to support YouTubers. Much of what he's saying is similar to some of what I'll be saying, but it's not as comprehensive as I would like. But I've left the video in the description of this video, and I recommend you do check it out. I've also left a table of content in the description for anyone that wants to skip past the most obvious answers. Maybe you just want to look at the list and then click on the timestamps for the ones you want more elaboration on. I also want to mention that this is the first of 2 parts. I'm specifically focusing in this one on how to support the people you like, specifically on YouTube, but also across just social media in general. Part 2, which is located in the description, focuses more on what you can personally do to fight back against the corrupt media and the authoritarians. It focuses more on how to better yourself as a person and how to expand your knowledge. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Alright, so let's start with our list here. Number 1, follow them across various platforms. First here, I'll focus on YouTube. I'll explain later in the video why we shouldn't completely abandon YouTube, but make sure that you're subscribed to the people you like. There's actually a bell button on everyone's channels you can use to notify you whenever the YouTuber uploads. I recommend using that. Because the YouTube algorithm is built to censor controversy, be sure to occasionally check their channels directly, just to make sure you haven't been unsubscribed, or just so you don't forget about them if they ever do stop sending you notifications, which I'm told happens. I can't verify it personally, but I'm told that happens. As for other platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Minds, and Gab, just remember to follow them across all of these. With Jordan Peterson being temporarily locked out of his account and people like Sargon and Blair being constantly suspended from Twitter, #FreeSargon, be sure to follow them across as many platforms as you can. If they suddenly disappear from one platform, be sure to check the others. We need to let social media companies know that while we are using their platform, we're not totally reliant on it. I'd hate to see for a YouTube channel or a Twitter account get banned, and for a YouTuber to lose half their subscribers just because no one knows where they went. So just make sure you're following them across as many platforms as you can. Some podcasters will use SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Play Music. Even if you don't plan on using them, I recommend going to these sites and following them there, just to be able to connect with them in case they disappear from anywhere else. One of the more basic and obvious things you can do is like their videos, posts, tweets, etc. Just like what they put out. As far as I can tell, it really does help, even though it just seems like it wouldn't really. The algorithms of social media sites promote content with lots of likes and views and impressions and all that. But try to get in the habit of liking Facebook posts, liking YouTube videos, tweets, and other forms of content as you read them. What I do, I don't just go through and like everything as it comes up in my feed, but if I take the time to read something, I think at the end, give it a like. If I watch a video at the end, like it. That's the least you can do. Though I do want to add that this shouldn't be used as an excuse to say, oh, I'm helping, and therefore I don't have to do anything else. This is the bare minimum you can do. This barely helps at all, but it requires so little effort that you just might as well do it. Get in the habit of doing it. Again, it's the least you can do. And if you're doing other things, like this is just one other thing you can do. Share their videos. With YouTube rolling out new methods of censorship, one of the best things you can do to help grow their channel is to share their content. If they have a book, recommend it to people you know. Share their content across social media, especially the videos that are more introductory. The biggest problem with content creators isn't just retaining their own user base, it's growing. And that's what we need to do right now. We need to grow as fast as we can. So whenever you can, whenever appropriate, see if you can share their video. That would be a good thing to do. Another thing you can do is turn off Adblocker. If you block the ads for YouTube channels you watch, those channels don't get any money. It's essentially a demonetized video. Same thing goes for websites. If you block the ads, they don't get money. To support YouTubers, blogs, and news sites you enjoy, just turn off Adblocker. With the program I'm using for Chrome, I think it's just called Adblock. What it does is you can set it to where it'll disable only on certain websites. So whenever you go to that website, Adblocker will be off. But every other time, as far as you specify, it'll stay on. That's what I like to do. And actually, this can also work in the opposite sense for some content that you do not enjoy. If you're visiting an article on, say, like the New York Times, and you don't really like them, but you're visiting the article just because it sounds ridiculous or people told you to check it out, you can use Adblocker to make sure that they don't get any profits off you. They'll still get the view count, but it won't really help them. support them monetarily. This is the most obvious and most helpful thing you can do to them. You can do one-time payments like PayPal, or more preferably continuous payment. On Patreon, some content creators do monthly payments and others do per piece of content, like per video. This is the absolute best thing you can do. There are also paid content sites like compoundmedia.com and CRTV, where you buy a paid subscription and you get paid content. Another thing you can do is use their Amazon affiliate links or use Amazon Smile. Nearly everyone uses Amazon nowadays, and it doesn't really cost you any extra money to use either of these. Amazon Smile, basically what you do is just Google Amazon Smile, or through whatever search engine you want to use. Use Amazon Smile. You can set it up. You can pick some sort of charity. Some of them, like, for example, I use the Mises Institute. It's not really a charity, but it's a nonprofit organization. And basically, whenever I buy something, it'll cost the same amount as it would if I didn't use Amazon Smile, but some of that money I give them will go to the Mises Institute. And all that really costs me is I just have to make sure, instead of just going to Amazon.com, I set a bookmark to it. I think it's smile.amazon.com. I'll include it here on the left so you can see if you're watching the video version. But as long as you go through a certain channel, everything will look exactly the same. But hey, you'll give a bit of extra money without actually giving any extra money. Some people have Amazon affiliate links. What you do is you go to their website. They might have it there on the side that just says Amazon affiliate links. Say if you want to support Free Domain Radio, it's fdrurl.com/Amazon. What happens, you visit through that filter. It'll come up exactly the same. It's similar to Amazon Smile, but whenever you buy something, a little bit of that, in this case, if it's fdrurl.com/Amazon, a little bit of that money will go to Free Domain Radio. You can also review their books and leave a rating on sites like Amazon and Barnes & Noble. People read reviews when shopping. I do it, I imagine you do it, and the greater number of positive reviews, the better. A lot of people just look at the number of reviews. They don't really look at the reviews themselves, they just look at the star rating and how many reviews have been put in. Do your best and take the time to review a book. What I do is whenever I read a book, I put it on a stack. And then, after I review that book, or at least just give it a star rating, I put it on my shelf. But just try to do that. I know that it takes a little bit more effort than some of these other things, but it really does go a long way. Leave a good review. And absolutely do not give 1-star ratings to books you've never read by people you don't like. I know people do that, and that's stupid. Don't give 5-star ratings to books you've never read by people you like. Be honest. Legitimately, be honest. When you read a book, give it a review. Give it an honest review. And that really does go a long way to help. So let me know in the comments if you have any other ideas that I've missed. Part 2 is located in the description. Believe me, this is just the tip of the iceberg in ways you can help. If this has provided any value to you at all, then please give it a like. Maybe send it to someone you think might benefit from this, and subscribe for more. I know I'm shilling, but it really does help. I'm taking my own advice, and I've spread myself across numerous social media platforms. Those can be found in the description. Please follow me there. I appreciate it. Because I don't just want to show myself, at the very bottom of the description is a list of numerous content creators that I personally enjoy and that I recommend you check out. If someone's not on the list, it doesn't mean that I don't like them. It just means that I don't really know enough about them. But I just picked a few off the top of my head, put them in the description. Go show them some love. Go check out one of their videos, see if you like them. But that's another important thing. Find new people. Find new people. Again, check out part 2 if you haven't already, and thank you for watching.